What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John Hardin High School for tonight's volleyball action. Tonight's ball game will be between the Breckinridge County Tigers and the homestanding John Hardin Bulldogs. John Hardin comes into tonight's match 1-2 on the season under Coach Walter Hampton. Breckinridge County comes in with a 6-1 record under Coach Mingus. Now I'm going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's starting lineups. starting lineups for both teams. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Visit us at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. In the varsity matches here in volleyball are the first 1 to 25, leading by at least 2, and it is a best 3 out of 5 series. If it does get to a deciding 5th game, that game will be played first 1 to 15, leading by at 2. On the court tonight for the Bulldogs, start off the lineup, it'll be Lori Williams, Sarah Jones. As I say Sarah Jones, actually Autumn Ridge, the libero, comes in and takes her spot. Sydney Jones, Kelsey Corfage, Holly Chavan, and Alexis Ritchie. On the court for the Tigers and serving first, it'll be Kendall Miller, along with Taylor Hines, Abby Tivett, Peyton Whitworth, Audrey Whitworth, and Tessa Allen. Ritchie with the bump over to Corfage, who gets it over, and then a pass to nowhere, really. And the first point goes over to the Bulldogs as Riley Beausoleil will check into the lineup for the Bulldogs, and Alexis Ritchie goes to the line to serve. 1 serving 0. Set by Miller. Pivot takes it over. Beausoleil with it. To Corfage, who gets it just over the net. Whitworth to Miller. Back to Whitworth. Dug out that time by Autumn Ridge. And Jones sends it over. Goes off and out of bounds, and a for the Bulldogs. Ritchie back to the line. It will be 2 serving 0. Miller with the set in the middle, outside for Peyton Whitworth, and she gets the kill, and the first point of the night for the Breckinridge Tigers. Checking into the lineup, it'll be Haley Barr. She'll go to the front line as Abby Tivett goes to the line to serve. 1 serving 2. Ridge with it. Ritchie going to bump from there, gets to Beausoleil, just sends it over the net. Tivett up to Miller. Side for Whitworth. That one's dug out by Jones. We're going to have a double hit by the Bulldogs, and then I'll even our score at 2-2 as Abby Tivett goes back to the line to serve. Taken there by Corfage. Sets up for Chavan. Dug out there by Barr. We're going to have a double hit on Tessa Allen of the Tigers. Point for the Bulldogs. Haley Carmen checks into the lineup for the Tigers. Autumn Ridge will go to the line to serve. 3 serving 2. Whitworth back line dug out by Ridge. Ritchie with the set for Corfage. Back line, that one goes off of Allen, off the goals. And if it goes off the basketball goals, it is no longer in play. If it goes off the rafters and kept on the side, it can be played. Point for the Bulldogs, 4 serving 2. Allen to Miller. Barr gets it over, and it's going to go out of bounds. Actually, I don't think it got to the correct side of the antennas that stick up. 5 serving 2. Allen. Barr bumps it back. Allen sends it over. Jones up to Ritchie. Outside for Corfage. To the back line, that goes off of Carmen. And another point for the Bulldogs. 3 straight points off the serve from Autumn Ridge. 6 serving 2. Allen. Across the Hines. Whitworth takes it over. Corfage to Ritchie. Back for Beausoleil. Was off the front line. And dug out, but unable to control it are the Tigers. Another point for the Bulldogs. Autumn Ridge at the service line. 7 serving 2. That one will go long. Point and serve go back over to the Tigers. And it'll be Taylor Hines to the line. 3 serving 7. Down the line to Ridge. To Ritchie. It's up for Corfage. Corfage unable to get that one just over the net. Point for the Tigers. 4 serving 7. Ridge takes it up to Ritchie. There for Beausoleil. He's going to go back line. It'll go long. And now 3 consecutive points by the Tigers. Hines 5 serving 2. Or sorry, 5 serving 7. Ridge up to Ritchie. For Jones. Blocked inside. Dug out there by Beausoleil. Bumped by Ritchie. Ridge takes it over. Hit there by Carmen. Miller bumps up to the front line for Allen. Goes over the net. Ridge going to bump back to the middle. Now Beausoleil just hits it over. Miller with the set. Got Allen a little too far close to the net. Now Ritchie will set up for Jones. Block attempt inside. No good. And the kill will be for Sarah Jones. And the Bulldogs get the point and the serve. And now it'll be Kelsey Corfage to the line. 8 serving 5. Barr hits it up. Whitworth takes it over. Ritchie bumps to the middle. Sarah Jones and Autumn Ritchie almost run into each other. Ball gets to the floor. Now we'll have Tiffany Cheney check into the lineup for the Tigers. As Peyton Whitworth goes to the line to serve. 6 serving 8. Back line to Ridge. Bumps all the way to the front to Ridge. For Jones. Hit there by Whitworth. Back to Allen. Now Whitworth going to send it over. Ridge with it to Ritchie. Side for Jones. Blocked attempt in the middle, and as it got over the front line, falling to the ground. Point and serve will go back over to the Bulldogs, as it'll be Riley Beausoleil at the line, serving 9, serving 6. Allen to Whitworth. Back to Allen. Dug out by Corfage to Ritchie. Jones just able to get there, but a good job by Cheney to block it back. A point for the Tigers as Audrey Whitworth checks into the ball game along with Abby Tivett. And Audrey Whitworth will go to the line to serve. 7 serving 9. Williams to Ritchie. Jones sends it over. And over by Corfage from the back line, dug out there by Audrey Whitworth. Whitworth serves to Ridge. To Richie. Now Jones sends it over. Tipped at the net. Peyton Whitworth over to Tivett. It's over the net. Now Richie just going to send it back line. Audrey Whitworth there. Allen tries to just tip it over and does. And not only was the point there as the ball fell in, there was also a net violation on the Bulldogs. And for the first time tonight, the Tigers have a lead. It'll be Audrey Whitworth, 10, serving 9. Corfage to Richie. Corfage will take it from the back line, just gets it over. Dug out there by Tivett. Richie with the set for Jones. Blocked inside, done by Tivett and Cheney. Whitworth for the set for Cheney. Dug there by Williams. Goes off the basketball goal and will stop right there. Whitworth back to the line. It'll be 11, serving 9. Serve to Williams. Richie going to bump there. Ridge sends it just over the net as it hits the tape. None of the Tigers able to get to it. Point and serve back over to the Bulldogs. Autumn Ridge will go to the line. Now we've got substitution. Ryan Neal checks into the ball game for the Bulldogs, and she'll go to the line to serve. Hines up to Whitworth. Outside for Tivett. Blocked at the line by Chavan and Richie. And Neal back to the line to serve. 11, serving 11. That one just not able to get over the net. Tried to soft serve. Maybe a service fault. And then we'll send Tessa Allen to the line to serve. 12, serving 11. That'll be an ace by Allen. And Jones checks back into the lineup for the Bulldogs, and then Ridge takes her spot, the libero. 13, serving 11. That goes long. And the service fault will go over to the Bulldogs. And Sydney Jones goes to the line to serve. It'll be 12, serving 13. Whitworth up to Whitworth. Cheney taps it over, falls in front of the back line. Technically will go down as a kill for Cheney. Kendall Miller checks into the lineup for the Tigers, and she'll go to the line to serve. Ridge up to Richie. Outside for Corfage. Goes off of Miller, and it'll go out of bounds. Point for the Bulldogs. And now send Alexis Richie to the line. 13 serving 4. Oh, sorry, 13 serving 14. So Riley Beausoleil checks back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Service fault on the Bulldogs. Point and serve back over to the Tigers. Haley Barr checks back into the lineup. It'll be Abby Tivett at the line serving. 15 serving 13. Jones up to Richie. There for Corfage. Just tried to dump it in. Whitworth to Miller. And now Hines sends it over. Sorry, Barr sent it over. Richie for Corfage. Back line, it's going to go long. Another point for the Tigers, who now have their largest lead of game number 1. 16 serving 13. Ridge to Richie. There for Chavan, sends it over. Miller to Hines. For Whitworth, goes back line to Ridge. Richie with the set there for Corfage. I'm going to say that one did not get over the net. Another point for the Tigers. 17 serving 13. Ridge to Richie. Beausoleil takes it over, back line. It goes long. Now a 5-point lead for the Tigers. Tivett still serving, 18 serving 13. Ritchie with the set for Corfage, tries to dump it in, dug out there by Barr. Miller back to Barr. Ritchie gets to it, Corfage sends it back line to Tivett. Up to Miller for Hines. Hines gets it over, Ridge there to Ritchie. Now Corfage has to get it over and tries to get it between the antennas, unable to. It falls on the Bulldog side. So with a 6-point lead, Coach Hampton will take a timeout. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for From the Sidelines on HCEC-TV, airing prior to each live game on Brandenburg Telecom's Channel 1, featuring local school coaches and athletes. From the Sidelines and all local HCEC-TV programs air on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Time Warner Digital 12-33, and Time Warner Cable Box Channel 25. We come back to action. It'll be Abby Tivett at the line. 19 serving 13. That's going to be an ace as it goes through Corford's hands. Serving 13. Ridge with it to the center to Corfage. Going to try to dump it in. I'm going to call a double hit. So now it's 21 serving 13. Tivett serve to Ritchie. To Corfage, back to Ritchie. Goes deep. And what was an 11-11 tie, an 11-2 run by the Tigers, 22 serving 11. Corfage for Beausoleil, blocked there and goes back off Beausoleil to the floor. Another point for the Tigers. Jones to Ritchie. To Beausoleil, she'll send it back line to Allen, to Miller, Whitworth, Jones with the dig, Corfage, now Ridge will just send it over. Hines with the set for Whitworth, and that's in, another kill for Peyton Whitworth. And it'll go to game point for the Tigers. Tivett with the serve, 24, serving 13. Corfage to Ritchie, back to Corfage. She'll go back line. Tivett one arms on that. Now Allen will send it over the net. Corfage a little too far forward. And so game number 1 goes to Breckinridge County. 25. Start game number 2. This is a Hardin television. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable, unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Visit us at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Tune in weekly for From the Sidelines on HCEC-TV, airing prior to each live game on Brandenburg Telecom's Channel 1, featuring local school coaches and athletes. From the Sidelines and all local HCEC-TV programs air on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Time Warner Digital 12-33, and Time Warner Cable Box Channel 25. I'd like to thank our student workers for making tonight's broadcast possible. On our cameras tonight, it's going to be Jacob Reisner and Matt Lamp. Technical director, C.J. Carroll, under the direction of Miss Anna Bray. So we get ready to start game number 2. In game 1, won by the Tigers, 25-13. As we start game number 2, it will be the Bulldogs serving. Our schedule for the rest of the week here on HCEC-TV. Tomorrow night we'll have our opening football game in the area as the rivalry between the John Hardin Bulldogs and the North Hardin Trojans takes place. Game time is 7:30. We'll come on a little before that with the pregame show. Next week we have 3 live sporting activities on HCEC-TV. Monday, it'll be Elizabethtown taking on Central Hardin in girls soccer. On Thursday night, it'll be the North Hardin Trojans traveling to Cecilia to take on the Central Hardin Bruins in boys soccer. And then next Friday night, we'll have North Hardin traveling to Elizabethtown in football action. Alexis Ritchie looks like she'll be going to the line to start game number 2. And Autumn Ridge will check into the lineup as a libero. 0 serving 0. Hines with it up to Miller. Outside for Tivett. Jones with the dig to Ritchie for Corfidge. That doesn't get over the net. A point for the Tigers. Haley Barr checks into the lineup. And Abby Tivett goes to the line. 1 serving 0. Corfidge. Chavan gets it. Now Jones is going to send it over. Tivett up to Miller. And Barr will now have to send it over. Corfidge to Ritchie. Side for Chavan. It's going to go off the Tigers. The first point of the game number 2 for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs trying to make sure they got the right personnel in. As Kaya Neal checks into the lineup, and she'll go to the service line. 1 serving 1. Sarah Jones also checked into the lineup. She goes to the front line. Dug out there. Miller for Barr. Over to Neal. Ritchie outside for Corfidge. Dug out on the back line by Hines. Now Allen just taps it over. Dug there by Ritchie. Beausoleil to Jones. Back line, it goes off of Miller as Miller and Carmen almost ran into each other. Point for the Bulldogs. Two serving 1. Back over now, Ritchie with it to Corfidge. Sydney Jones will send it over. Dug on the back line by Hines to Miller. Barr taps it over. Ritchie with the bump. It's bumped by Jones, and it'll be 4 hits by the Bulldogs. So we're back to tied up. As Taylor Hines to the line, 2 serving 2. Neal with it up to Ritchie. Sets there. Corford's going to bump to the back line. Miller. And it'll be Tessa Allen with the kill that time for the Tigers. Hines serving 3, serving 2. Neal to Sarah Jones. Beausoleil sends it over. Miller. Bar, and then a block inside by Jones. And Kelsey Corfidge will go to the line to serve. It's 3, serving 3. Miller sets up for Allen. It's going to go long. The point for the Bulldogs. Corfidge to the line to serve. Dug out there on the back line. Miller going to get called for a double hit. Five, serving 3. Whitworth sends it back line to Ridge, up to Ritchie. Sydney Jones can't quite get it over the net. Point for the Tigers. Tiffany Cheney back into the lineup as Peyton Whitworth to the line to serve. 4, serving 5. Beausoleil not quite able to handle the serve, so it'll be an ace by Whitworth. Five, serving 5. Ridge up to Ritchie. Jones unable to get it over the net. And the Tigers retake the lead. Now will be 6, serving 5. Corfidge bumped it straight up, and the Bulldogs unable to get to it. Seven, serving 5. And another ace from Whitworth. And it now will be 8, serving 5. That one's going to go long. The server's fault. Point and serve over to the Bulldogs. Beausoleil to serve. 6, serving 8. Gets it to Hines, to Whitworth. Cheney going to be dug out by Ridge. Corfidge gets to it. Beausoleil sends it back line. And it's going to be a point for the Bulldogs as Carmen unable to get to the ball. Carmen with it back over, and Jones just knocks it down. Another point for the Bulldogs. The all tied as Riley Beausoleil will serve. 8, serving 8. Back line. And some miscommunication that time between Cheney and Whitworth. Usually on the front line it's Miller. 9, serving 8. That one will go into the net. So it'll be Abby Tibbett and Audrey Whitworth back into the ball game for the Tigers. Audrey Whitworth will go to the line to serve. 9, serving 9. Ridge bumps it over to Ritchie. Straight up. Now Williams will send it over. Back line to Whitworth. Up to Whitworth. Allen able to get over to it. Ridge gets an arm on it, and Jones. Now Corfage sends it over, and the block attempt by Cheney, no good. Ten serving 9 as Autumn Ridge goes to the line for the Bulldogs. Audrey Whitworth to Peyton Whitworth. Now Tivett takes it over. Williams there to Ritchie. Outside for Sydney Jones. Blocked inside by Allen and Cheney. Allen with the serve to Ridge. Up to Ritchie, across for Chavan. Chavan unable to get it over the net. A point for the Tigers. 11 serving 10. Williams to Ritchie for Corfage. Be a block inside by Cheney and Hines. Point for the Tigers. Allen back to serve. 12 serving 10. Corfage to Ritchie. Sydney Jones sends it over. Audrey Whitworth up to Peyton Whitworth. Set in the middle for Cheney. Corfage gets a hand on it, but it will fall to the ground. And another point for the Tigers. (13 serving 10). And it looked like the Bulldogs weren't quite ready for that serve to come. Ace. And with that, Coach Hampton will take a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com. By Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Visit us at bluegrasscellular.com. E-Town Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Ritchie gets it over for the Bulldogs. Peyton Whitworth to Tivett. And unable to get to it are the Bulldogs. And now with their largest lead of game number 2, it'll be Tessa Allen serving 15, serving 10. Corfage up to Ritchie. Jones sends it long. It'll be another point for the Tigers. Ridge bumps it forward to Ritchie. Ritchie is going to try to dump it in. Tivett able to get to it. Now Cheney sends it over. Up to Williams, to Ritchie. Set inside for Chavan. Dug out there by Hines. Whitworth for Cheney. Block attempt by the Bulldogs, no good. Point for the Tigers. And Allen goes to the line now. 17 serving 10. Ridge to Jones. Corfage sends it back line to Whitworth. Whitworth tried to dump it in. Knocked over by the Tigers. Ritchie set inside for Chavan. There by Allen. Whitworth to the other side to Tivett. And falls in front of the back line. And now 9 straight points as it was 10-9 the Bulldogs. And now 18 serving 10. Williams to Ritchie for Corfage. Gets over, dug out there by Whitworth. Hines for Cheney. Ridge got to it. Ritchie, now Sydney Jones sends it to the back line.
Whitworth to Whitworth. That one's going to take her into the net. We're going to have a net violation on the Tigers. A point for the Bulldogs as Sydney Jones goes to the line to serve. 11 serving 18. Whitworth hits it straight up. Now Hines will take it over to Jones. Ritchie outside for Corfage. Tivett to Whitworth to Cheney. Dug out by Ridge. Ritchie to Corfage, back line. Allen sends it up to Whitworth. There for Cheney. Dug out that time by Jones. Set by Ritchie. Chavan, not able to get it over the net. And Miller will check back into the lineup and go to the line for the Tigers. 19 serving 11. Corfage up to Ritchie. Back to Corfage. Block attempt inside. Dug out by the Tigers. And Ritchie tried to sneak one in. Miller set to Whitworth. He goes off of the Bulldogs. And Miller back to the line. 20 serving 11. To Ridge. To Ritchie. Now Corfage sends it over. Whitworth to Miller. To Tivett. Tivett just gets it over. Chavan now will try to take it back. Allen bumps up to Miller. Sets up there for Whitworth. Goes over the net. But it goes out. And another point for the Tigers. Kendall Miller serving. 21 serving 11. Williams to Ritchie, to Corfage. Backline hit by Allen to Miller. Going to have a double hit on Miller. Be a point to the Bulldogs. As Riley Beausoleil checks back into the lineup. Alexis Ritchie to the line to serve. 12 serving 21. Whitworth up to Miller. Tivett just trying to dump it in. Ridge gets it back over. Beausoleil tries to hit it over. Just got there a little early, goes off her fingertips. A point for the Tigers as Haley Barr checks back into the lineup. And Abby Tivett will go to the line. 22 serving 12. Sydney Jones to Ritchie. Corfage just sends it over the net. Allen up to Miller. Miller tries to dump it in. Ridge going to set across for Beausoleil. Sends it to the back line. Tivett up to Miller. Therefore Whitworth back line. And it goes off of Ridge. Unable to get control of it. Act like she went up for it and then realized it might be long. At that point she had already touched it. Now it will be 23 serving 12. Ridge to Ritchie for Beausoleil. Miller to Hines. Whitworth. That's going to go off the Bulldogs. And so now to be game point here in game number 2. And Abby Tivett will be serving 24, serving 12. Ridge to Corfage. Beausoleil hits it over. Miller gets to it. Hines hits it, but it goes wide. So it'll be a point for the Bulldogs as Kaya Neal will check into the lineup. She'll go to the service line. Sarah Jones back into the lineup. She'll go to the front line. Haley Carmen checks back into the lineup for the Tigers. 13 serving 24. Allen to Miller. Outside for Barr. And the block attempt up front, no good. And so game number 2 will go to the Tigers, the same as game number 1, 25 to 13. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com. Bluegrass Cellular, offering the most affordable, unlimited plan anywhere where wireless works. Visit us at bluegrasscellular.com. eTown Exterminating, 270-737-6900. Online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. Tune in weekly for From the Sidelines on HCEC-TV, airing prior to each live game on Brandenburg Telecom's Channel 1, featuring local school coaches and athletes. From the Sidelines and all local HCEC-TV programs air on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Time Warner Digital 12-33, and Time Warner Cable Box Channel 25. Again, our lineup for this week on HCEC-TV. Friday night, tomorrow, will be John Hardin at North Hardin in football action. On Monday, it will be Elizabethtown traveling to Cecilia to take on the Bruins in girls soccer. And then on Thursday night, we'll have North Hardin traveling to Central Hardin in boys soccer. And next Friday night, it'll be the North Hardin Trojans traveling to Elizabethtown to take on the Panthers in football. We will start game 3 with the Tigers serving first. On the court for the Bulldogs, it'll be Alexis Ritchie, Riley Beausoleil, Kelsey Corfidge, Sydney Jones, Sarah Jones, and Autumn Ritchie. For the Tigers, it'll be Kendall Miller, Audrey Whitworth, Tessa Allen, Abby Tivett, Taylor Hines, and Peyton Whitworth. Miller will start the serve as it'll be 0, serving 0. That'll go long, and the first point of game number 3 will go to the Bulldogs. And now Alexis Ritchie to the line to serve. One serving 0. Whitworth up to Miller. Set there for Tivett. And it's going to be a carry on the Tigers. And Ritchie back to the line. 2 serving 0. Ritchie serve into the net, and it'll be a point for the Tigers as Haley Barr checks back into the lineup. Abby Tivett to the line to serve. 1 serving 2. Tivett serve go long. Actually, sorry, an ace. So we'll be all tied up at 2. Tivett serving, 2 serving 2. Dug out there by Whitworth. Miller over to Barr. Now Ritchie with the set for Ridge. Dug out there by Allen. Miller to the middle. Whitworth gets it over. Ridge digs it out there. Corfidge tries to dump it in. Allen with it up to Miller. Going to go outside for Barr. Back line goes off De Leon. It'll be a point for the Tigers. That serve will go long, and we'll be all tied at 3. Miller with the set. Whitworth is going to go off Ritchie, and another point for the Tigers. Hines will go to the line. 4 serving 3. Hines goes to Corfage, up to Ritchie. Going to have a double hit. Be a point for the Tigers. It'll be 5 serving 3. Hines serve to Corfage, to Ritchie, back to Corfage, gets it over. Hines able to get to it. Now Miller gets to it. Barr gets to it, but unable to get it over the net. It'll be a point and serve over to the Bulldogs. Kelsey Corfage to the line, 4 serving 5. Down the line to Carmen. Hines with it. Allen sends it over. Ritchie with the dig to Ridge. Now Sidney Jones sends it back line to Hines. Miller with the set. Whitworth into the net. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Corfage back to the line. It'll be 5 serving 5. Dug out there by Carmen. Miller. And now Hines sends it over. Corfage up to Ritchie. There for Sarah Jones. Blocked inside. Miller to Barr. Sets up for Whitworth. And Whitworth gets the kill as it finds a spot between a couple of Bulldogs. Tiffany Cheney back into the lineup for the Tigers. Peyton Whitworth will go to the line. Whitworth serve to Corfage up to Ritchie. Sidney Jones sends it. It'll go long and a point for the Tigers. Whitworth serving. It'll be 7 serving 5. Corfage to Beausoleil. Now Corfage will send it back over. Whitworth sends it to Allen. Dug out there by Corfage. And Allen's second attempt goes long. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. And serve will go to Autumn Ridge. 6 serving 7. Harmon up to Whitworth for Cheney. Cheney finds a hole. The point for the Tigers as Audrey Whitworth quickly off the bench along with Abby Tivett. And usually that means that Audrey Whitworth goes to the line to serve, and she will. It'll be 8 serving 6. We are in game number 3, first 2 games, won by Breckinridge County 25-13, 25-13. Beausoleil sends it all the way back over. Whitworth to Allen, sends it up near the net. And a good job there by Ritchie and Sarah Jones. A point for the Bulldogs. And Solomar De Leon will check into the lineup and go to the service line. 7 serving 8. So that one over to Allen, to Whitworth, back for Allen. Allen backline, De Leon gets to it. Ritchie for Corfage. And it'll be a block by Cheney. Tessa Allen now to serve, 9 serving 7. Ritchie gets it back. Ridge and De Leon And they get very close to each other. Be a point for the Tigers. 10 serving 7. Ridge to Ritchie. And Ritchie, looked like it kind of went off her fingertips, didn't go right where she wanted it to go. Kind of led Sydney Jones into the net. Another point for the Tigers. 11 serving 7. Corfidge to Ritchie. And Corfidge will bump it over. Whitworth up to Whitworth. Now Audrey Whitworth sends it over to the front line. Ritchie going to try to sneak it in. Peyton Whitworth there. Hines over to Tivett. And a good job by Ritchie and Beausoleil as they knock it right back towards the Tigers. A point for the Bulldogs. And Sydney Jones goes to the line to serve. 8 serving 11. Whitworth with the set outside for Hines. And the kill for Taylor Hines. So the Tigers serve as Kendall Miller will go to the line. It'll be 12 serving 8. DeLeon gets that one to Ritchie. Beausoleil goes back line. Miller there. Hines to the center for Whitworth. That's going to go off of Jones. It'll be a point for the Tigers. 13 serving 8. That one, DeLeon not quite able to get to it. Actually, she got to it. She hit it. Corfidge unable to get to it. It'll be 14 serving 8. Miller doing the serving for the Tigers. With that, Coach Hampton's going to call a timeout. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownApartments.com, Bluegrass Cellular, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. I'd like to thank our student workers for making tonight's broadcast possible. On our cameras, it's Mr. Matt Lamp and Jacob Reisner, Technical Director C.J. Carroll, under the direction of Miss Anna Bray. Again, student tune in to HCEC-TV tomorrow night. So we have our opening football game, as it will be the John Hardin Bulldogs traveling just 5 miles north to take on the North Hardin Trojans. So we come back to action. And Kendall Miller serving, 14 serving 8. Ridge with it up to Ritchie for Corfidge, sends it back line to Whitworth. Up to Miller, outside for Tivett. And the block attempt by Ritchie and Beausoleil was off of them out of bounds. A point for the Tigers. As Abby Adcox will check into the lineup for the Tigers. She'll go to the back line. 15 serving 8. Corfidge up to Ritchie. Ritchie tries to dump it over. Tivett there to Miller. Whitworth going to go back line. And it's in as it catches the back line. We have a point for the Tigers. (16) serving 8. Ridge up to Beausoleil, outside for Corfidge. Whitworth up to Miller, set there for Tivett. Tivett just tries to dump it in and does a good job just getting over the blockers and in front of the back line. Now it'll be 17 serving 8 as Sarah Jones comes in and immediately comes out. Lori Williams will check in for her. It's going to go off of Williams. It'll be an ace for the Tigers. And Miller will be serving with a 10-point lead, 18 serving 8. Ritchie for Corfage. Tivett gets to it. Didn't really have very much control as it went almost back into the net. Whitworth dove for it. It'll be a point for the Bulldogs. And Alexis Ritchie will go to the line to serve. 9 serving 18. Hines gets it to Whitworth. Not really going to be able to control it. 10 serving 18. Catches the top of the net. Adcock gets it over to Miller. Whitworth going to get the kill as it goes off the blockers and then off of a Bulldog to the floor. And Haley Barr back into the lineup. It's Abby Tivett to the line to serve. 19 serving 10. Corfage up to Ritchie. There for Beausoleil. Back line, Miller gets it, sends it up to Hines. Set there, Whitworth going to come over. Ritchie gets to it. Joust at the net. And it'll be a double hit on the Bulldogs. 20 serving 10. Corfage to Ritchie. We're going to have a double hit on the Bulldogs. Another point for the Tigers. (21) serving 10. Corfage to Ritchie, back to Corfage. Back line that goes off of Tivett. None of the Tigers able to get to it. So we have a point for the Bulldogs. Haley Carmen checks into the lineup for the Tigers. Sarah Jones back into the lineup for the Bulldogs. Beausoleil to Carmen, to Miller, Barr, back line dug out by Beausoleil. Ritchie bumps there, Beausoleil to take it over. Hines gets it to Miller. Whitworth just bumps it over. Beausoleil up to Ritchie, it's going to be right at the net. Jones comes in and Jones gets the kill. Point for the Bulldogs. Beausoleil back to the line. 12 serving 21. Hines up to Miller. Whitworth takes it over. Beausoleil digs it out there. Ritchie gets to it. Now Beausoleil will have to hit it over. Adcox to Miller to Hines. Hines finds a hole. Point for the Tigers. Taylor Hines will go to the line now to serve. To be 22, serving 12. Beausoleil to Ritchie for Jones. Back line, it'll be long. 23-12. Beausoleil sends it all the way up to the net. Ritchie gets it. Ridge takes it over. Hines there to Miller. Now Barr just dumps it in. Ritchie tried to find a hole. Whitworth going to bump it there for Barr. Barr just gets it over the blockers and in front of the back line, and it'll be game point as Taylor Hines goes to the line. 24, serving 12. To Corfage, to Jones. Now Ritchie just taps it over. Whitworth there. Miller sends it high in the air. Whitworth just going to bump it over. Corfage there to Ritchie. Back to Corfage. Backline dug out by Hines. Miller bumps up for Barr. Corfage gets an arm on it. Ritchie. Now Ridge sends it over. Miller. Adcock sends it up near the net. Whitworth's going to send it back line. It's in. And that'll do it. Game number 3 goes to the Tigers, 25-12. And so 3-0. It'll be Breckinridge County winning the match today. They will move to 7-1 on the season, while the Bulldogs will fall to 1-2. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming is sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownApartments.com by Mark Harris Construction. Take a virtual tour today at eTownApartments.com.